Welcome back to the RF Fitness Podcast, brought to you by rffitness.net, your source for online coaching built for and by busy grown-ups just like you who are on the quest for health and strength in everyday life. I am your host, Rob Finlayson, certified personal trainer, elder brother, and an avowed enemy of closet doors, of bifold closet doors.
Ooh, did you get your skin
I
suit stuck?
had wow, I had a battle with one today that has been some time coming. I lost and I hate it. And
Oof,
I'm here
sorry
with
about that.
my co-host.
Rachel Hammerwood, younger sister. And I'm not fat Eeyore.
Okay,
But I'm
we're here, man.
some I'm in the 100 Acre Woods.
Well, Rabbit. He was always
Oh my
he
god, I
was always
totally forgot
a
about
nervous
Rabbit.
wreck. Okay,
Well,
so there's Eeyore, there's Pooh and Piglet, there's
Tigger,
Rabbit, Tigger,
the owl.
Owl, Tanga and Roo, Gopher. I think that's it.
How do you know all these?
I don't know. I watched that cartoon so much as a kid, dude. It's fucking
Is
ridiculous.
that why I hate Winnie the Pooh? I hate Winnie the Pooh.
Do you hate Winnie the Pooh? I kind of love it.
Mm-hmm. I really
Probably.
do not like Winnie the Pooh.
See,
Oh my
I
god, Christopher Robin.
really
Holy
do.
moly, how could we?
I mean,
Oops.
he doesn't count. He's not an animal. He's a
Oh,
person.
he's
He's
not
a
an
little.
animal.
He's not an animal. He's a little boy. Anyways, Rachel, welcome back to the podcast. Let's do a
Thanks.
quick little check-in. So we're not fat Eeyore anymore. How we feeling? Last week we were a little bit
I
down
mean, we
and
still
frustrated.
fat.
Okay. All right, go.
Um,
Status update.
yeah.
Status quo.
Yeah, I had, it was kind of an interesting conversation and I didn't know where to take it. And especially because I am not the mother of your child.
Okay.
I decided not to take it any further. But I was talking about the word fat with
No.
more Robert
Hmm.
and mom. Robert is our mom's husband.
Yes.
And Olivia
Yeah,
was
not me.
there, and I said correct. And I said something or another like, because oh yeah, I said I identified myself as fatty, or and Robert was just like, oh, you don't want to talk about yourself negative like that, and I was just like, well, I don't think fat is a negative word,
Right.
um, and then we kind of talked about it a little bit, and Olivia was just like, calling someone fat is rude, and I was just like, yes,
Yeah.
yes. 5 is a little too young. So
5 is a bit
sure.
young. Yeah, I was gonna say 5. Like, this is definitely a conversation we'll have in like 10 years.
Yeah,
Um,
right.
but that is as far as that conversation has gotten in the 5 years that
Yeah,
we've
makes sense.
had this daughter. So, so it sounds like no shifts up or down really in weight. We're kind of where we were last week.
Actually, actually, because my child has had zero chill waking up. Um, she normally like wakes up kind of okay, but lately she's just been waking up screaming for me.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So don't have a whole lot of time to because I always like weigh myself, and then I don't know if I don't weigh
True.
myself like first freaking thing, I just don't do it.
Sure.
Just I don't I don't know. I literally weigh myself in like the same outfit, nothing. Just my flesh outfit. And
You could have said birthday suit. You could have said in the nude. You could have said a
no,
lot of things.
I'm okay.
You said flesh
So
outfit
there I
instead.
am in my flesh outfit with my scale.
Okay.
And I put my scale in the exact same place. It's like
Yeah.
right when I wake up. So yeah, I don't know. But so I had a session with Missy, talked about everything. That was last
Yeah.
Thursday. And she said, so why don't we just kind of take a step back? Because, I said, like, I do not want this to be the end, which we had
Right.
talked about last time.
Yep.
And she was like, okay, so why don't we just take it back and just like only concentrate on food right now? And then she's just like, I do firmly believe that if you just concentrate on the food and stuff, that the working out
Mhm.
will come back pretty quickly. Um,
Sure. Yeah.
but maybe you just got too much on your plate right now because there are other stuff going on. But I mean, also at the same time, I was like kind of annoyed with myself because I'm like, you can at any moment you can be like, you know, well, I got this going on, so this is why I'm acting
Oh,
this
sure.
way. You know, blaming it on something, be like, oh well,
Yeah.
I tripped,
Yeah, like
so I'm
like
gonna
like
binge eat tonight.
like
Like,
giving yourself permission to have excuses.
right, right.
Yeah.
So, because things are very stressful right now, but things are
Yeah.
always stressful. Um, I don't know. But no, I have not fully given up at all.
Giving up. Yeah.
Given up is the word. Uh,
Of what we're not doing and what we have not done.
correct. Yeah.
Good.
So, and I have definitely done just concentrating on food, as in I have not done any exercise, and also because once again, plantar fasciitis. Because I did play some tennis.
Yeah.
Probably the worst possible sport if you have plantar fasciitis. But
I could see
it's
that. Yeah.
yeah, man, really sucks because I love it. Um, yeah. Also, I found out that like so many people love tennis.
Oh, really? Did a bunch of people like
Yeah, like
reach out to
Robert
you?
loves tennis. Apparently, Robert
Sure.
grew up with a tennis court in his backyard.
Oh,
I
sure.
was like, "Whoa, were you a rich kid?" And like, mom interrupted him and was like, "Yes,
Before he could say we were comfortable.
correct."
Yeah. Should have jumped in and said like, yes, not being uncomfortable is being rich.
Right, correct. Um, so yeah, and I got Eric out, my husband, to play tennis
I
with me.
saw that on the Instagram. How did he like tennis?
Let me tell you,
He
this
loved it so
dude,
much.
he actually said, actually, I'm having fun.
I can like hear him saying that in my
I
mind.
know it. And he said he's like down to do it again, but it can just be like kind of hard logistically for us to figure out a
Yeah,
time. But we both had fun, and
good.
I think it'll be great to have Linnea watch us. I got my kid
Mhm.
her own little tiny racket.
Oh
It's
my god.
literally the tiniest racket you could possibly buy.
Yeah,
Um, it is adorable, and she hit some balloons, doing that kind of stuff.
I saw that video as well. That is hyper adorable, dude.
Ah, I know it. She honestly nailed that serve.
She did serving. Hashtag
Yeah,
serving.
yeah. So, crap. I was gonna say something else about tennis, and now I
Mm, it's good. You
forgot.
bought more balls. LOL.
I did buy more balls. Yep.
Lol.
Um, yep. I bought a bag of balls. I did. I went into this weird rabbit hole of researching types of tennis balls.
Be careful when
Learned
you Google those
about
balls.
yeah. So funny. Actually, no, I'm not gonna talk about that on the podcast. I'll tell you later. Um, um, tennis is fun in the end. I
Great.
want to play it without having my freaking leg hurt
Yeah,
so bad.
that sucks.
It
Yeah, I mean,
does.
on the side of exercise, I feel like especially in summertime. So here's the thing about personal training, and like working in the fitness industry as someone who makes money off of selling my time to lead people through workouts. Summer sucks as a personal trainer because no one wants
Yeah,
to
for
come
sure.
inside no one wants to go indoors to a gym to do things that are hard and they suck at. That's essentially what I do. I make people do things that they suck at,
Yeah.
and then for some reason they come back every week and do it again. Um, because they'd rather be outside doing the things that are fun that we don't get to do for the other 8 months of the year.
I mean, yeah, true that. But man, the amount of result like zone minutes, which is a thing with
Yeah,
Fitbit.
yeah.
If you reach a heart zone or whatever, I literally get like maybe 5 zone minutes or something for playing an entire
Really?
thing of tennis. Yeah.
That is kind of surprising.
Yeah, and then I work out, and it's just like zone minutes,
Huh.
which means a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
When it says it like that, the Batman voice.
Yeah.
We're just hoping
I
it's
don't
coming.
know. I'm really, really hoping that Linnea snaps out of this. I don't need a lot of sleep phase. Because it's making me say I don't need to work out because I can't, because
Yeah,
that's the only time I can work out. So, once
yeah,
again, I seem blame making excuses.
sure.
I don't know.
I mean,
Um,
that's the nice thing about having a kid is that you can blame them for pretty much everything. And it
yes.
does still kind of
Sure
make sense.
can.
You sure
Yeah.
can, and I often do.
I wish I could blame her for my plantar fasciitis.
Maybe you can. I'm sure we could find a way.
I had it way before her.
Oh, well, she definitely makes it flare up. Anyways, yeah, so just again, just to give my thoughts to kind of expand on what I was talking about summertime and stuff like that. Right now, I don't think I agree with Missy that let's you know I don't say tap the brakes or anything like that, but let's like refocus on the things that we originally
Yeah,
started with,
right,
like
right.
because we're not. I don't want to say we're starting again at square zero because we obviously know a lot more now than we did when we first started, and we obviously have come a lot
Yes,
farther than we started. So it's sort of like if we can think of things coming like in waves, like we sort of hit this crest of the wave a
for
few
sure.
weeks ago and you were working out, and now we're kind of down at the bottom and we can start again.
Yeah,
But the thing about this is that now we are maybe not waves, maybe more like a stairwell. We're going up different floors, and we've hit
oof.
the mezzanine. This past 2 weeks of our last phase, we had our little whoosh week, and then I've been adapting to that and from it, and now we start again with the whole process all over again, which is fine.
Speaking of stairwells, Eric and I went out to eat, and I don't know if he knew there was an elevator or if he just wanted to end the dinner in a miserable way. But we just like ate some really good food,
Yeah,
and then climbed 5 flights of stairs.
5
5 of
flights of
them.
stairs.
Yes.
That does sound like a lot.
Uh,
That sounds like a not awesome. That's like not relaxing.
sure isn't.
It's not what I want to do after eating a large meal.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just telling someone earlier today about how this wedding we went to a couple of years ago had like a mashed potato bar, which is awesome because there was
Do
like,
you mean my wedding?
was that yours?
Yes. What
Okay,
the
I couldn't
fuck?
remember whose it was.
And
I
by a
couldn't
couple
remember.
years ago, you mean like 7? But sure.
Whatever. I couldn't remember whose it was. I've been to so many weddings, man. I couldn't remember whose it was. And it was like,
Your own sisters.
dude, I don't remember what we catered at my wedding. Okay, I think it was a buffet. I'm pretty sure. I
It
don't think we did
was.
food orders. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. The food was good enough that nobody complained about it. That's all that really matters.
Hmm.
But I was
People
saying,
still talk
like,
about mine on podcasts.
here we go. Well, the thing I was talking about was that like it was a fucking awesome food spread because everyone loves potatoes and potato accoutrement, but like it
It
didn't
is.
make me want to like get out and dance super hard right after because I'm fucking full of potatoes.
Potatoes.
That's not a get up and hop around kind of food
Yeah.
when you got a belly full of taters.
That may or may not have been a tactic for me to control some of Eric's wild friends.
If you load them up
I'm
with
gonna
starches,
fill him with taters so they can't make a fool of themselves at my wedding.
you're gonna feel like you swallowed a lead balloon, and you're not gonna want to act up at all.
Joke's on me, they still did.
Jokes at me when they still acted up.
Yeah.
Speaking of acting up, I did want to mention real quick my birthday is coming up in a few weeks, August 4th.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to me. Every year for the past it'll be 5 years now this year, I've run a special event in, well, usually my backyard, but last year at a local park, where I think the first event I called it like Rob's Bargain Basement Ren Fair Backyard Extravaganza or something like that.
Super low
Uh,
key.
Super low. Honestly, it was. It was just like I just kind of like I miss going to the Renaissance Fair. I used to go there all the time when I was in high school, and we went a few times when we were kids with mom and dad too, I believe.
We
And
did.
it was also a
I got
really
a
good
sick
time.
crown.
Yeah, like it's awesome there. But now, like as an adult, I look at it and it's like, oh god, the logistics, and it's so expensive, and like parking
Yeah.
is such a pain in the ass,
Do
and like
that parking.
not good. I think it's only gotten bigger and more complicated, honestly, because now there's like shuttle services, and the shuttle services, from what I understand, are not awesome.
Yeah, and for the longest time they're like, we're gonna not have you walk around a mile long pit. And then they're like, just kidding, yeah, we are. Enjoy the
Just
Red
kidding, the
Fest.
pit's still here. Yeah, and that's the other thing, like the land itself, and like in the intervening, like probably 15 plus years since I've been to the Renaissance Fair, I've gotten a lot of like behind the scenes information about like what
Yeah.
happens like management side and like when the lights go out, and like it's not a good scene as like a business to be conducted, or the leadership who was there or was
Yeah,
whatever.
didn't Ethan work there?
Ethan, I don't know if he was ever there as in like an official like tax paying capacity, but I think he was there as like,
Okay.
in costume, whatever. But that was the thing. You
Yeah.
could go there and you can like kind of be a person who's like part of the atmosphere, and like that's something I
Right.
really really liked about it. So I wanted to port that into my backyard for these birthday parties, and so like I was like grilling chicken legs and inviting everyone over in costume, and we had contests and stuff like that. It was awesome. And I've been doing like you can gain coins from the party Jarl, that's me, by doing things that please the Jarl or winning a game or whatever. And then the kids can like spend these plastic like little pirate coins to get like a plastic Easter egg from a treasure box, and it has like stickers or tattoos or something like that
Yeah,
inside.
Linnea was
And
really excited about the coin
yeah,
last year.
it's a huge hit with kids.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta keep doing that, dude. And like I write trivia questions for it every year, and that's always so much fun. I love that portion of it.
You put in so much effort.
I put in, dude, I put in so much effort into Ragnarok, is what it's called now. Ragnarok 24 is just a few weeks away. It's like 15-ish days away right now. It's pretty much all planned. I'm very excited for it. I'll probably give you guys updates on it and a review, excuse me, as it comes on. But it's the first, this year will be the first one where it has been officially sponsored by RF Fitness, which is going to be pretty cool. Last year
What a solid company.
it was sponsored by D20 Athletics, but they have sadly shuttered themselves.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah,
Is
I know.
Olivia going to dress up?
That's a really good question. Probably not. I don't think we have like a princess or a dragon costume or anything like that for her. As cool as that would be, I will definitely be there in costume. Every year I buy a new piece and like add to my costume, so that gets more and more
Just
accepted.
DIY some stuff, man. Get
I
her
guess like,
involved in it.
I'll give her a crown or something like that. She really likes making. So I bought
Yeah.
this like pack of like shiny golden paper crowns. Like the first year that I did it, I came with like 180 of them. So I just have infinite paper crowns for kids to make, and they go nuts for that.
Yep, Linnea loved it.
Yeah. I love party planning so much. Like when Mo and I moved in together into the apartment and then later into our house. So one of the things I loved so much was entertaining and having people over and throwing parties. I think like that's just never something we did when we were kids. Like we were never like the hangout house for whatever reason. Like there's always like the house where people can come and hang out. But I think it was something about the architecture of the house itself. I feel like was not conducive to like having a bunch of pals over. Like our rooms were very small, and I don't know.
Yeah, the rooms are small. Yeah, I mean, LOL. I have the exact same house that we grew up in.
Yeah.
The exact same layout, but I am 4 houses down from the high school, and so I'm really hoping that our house will be the hang house for sure.
The hang house for sure.
Yeah.
I also think mom and dad probably just weren't thrilled with the idea of having a bunch of little kids in their house.
Correct. I'm not thrilled either, but I know what I did at other people's houses that were the hang house, and I don't want my kid doing that.
I know what I did at other kids' houses that was the hang house, and it was eat Tostitos and play video games. And literally that's
not
it.
My experience.
I was a really boring kid, man.
I was hell yeah.
Not. Yeah, hell yeah. Well, we reached out this week to the Discord to ask for some questions people want to have answers. We got some good ones, actually, all from one person, Amanda. Thank you, Amanda. Shout out Amanda. Obviously a listener. I believe she found us from listening to the podcast, actually. So welcome and thank you.
Wait, what? Like she found us? Like she was just searching Spotify and found your podcast?
No, we know her from high school. She went to CHS.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, she's on speech team.
Oh, I think I know who that is now, actually.
Yeah.
We should
I don't
probably
think.
not say her last name, but
No, we should not.
I think,
That is correct.
yeah, I think I know what who you're talking about. I think she friend requested me. Is that
Well, there you
you,
go. You should
Amanda?
be. You should
Yes,
be her
it
friend.
is. That is Amanda. Hey,
Oh,
Amanda. I remember you from high school. I mean, I remembered her from high school when she friend requested me, and I was just like,
yeah.
oh, I mean, it's kind of cool that your friend requested me.
Sure, whatever.
But it makes a
Random, but all
hell of a
right.
lot more sense now.
Yeah, that she's been listening to the podcast and then found her way to the Discord.
Yeah, hey, girl.
Listeners, if you want to get onto the Discord and have your content blasted to smithereens on our podcast, go to rffitness.net,
Smithereens.
scroll to the very bottom of the website, and then there's a link for free where you can just join our Discord and jump in on all the fun, dumb questions that I have for you guys. How about some fun, good questions from friend of the show, Amanda? Because I'd asked, "Hello,
Wait, did we go
nerds,"
to
or
high school with her?
bro.
Just I'm funny.
I'm gonna plot.
I've been a funny girl.
I've been a funny girl. So one of the questions that Amanda asked is, what song gets you most pumped up to work out / get up and move / power through a tough workout? We talked a little bit, Rachel, about how we have very different tastes in workout music. So I want to hear, like, do you have a playlist going? Like, what's your go-to? Like, if someone asks you, like, what's the get up and go music that Rachel has? What is it?
So actually Spotify just like will randomly make you like
Mm.
it's probably like a premium subscription thing. But they will make you different podcasts for or not they'll make you different playlists for different things, and there's just one called like workout hype, and
No.
I was like, why not? Full of bangers. Um
Is it workout hype songs like specific to your algo, or is it just like a general workout
yes.
playlist?
No, specific to my algo.
That's kind of cool.
It is pretty cool. It better be cool because it is not a cheap monthly subscription.
Yeah.
Which, fun fact, just in case you don't know, everybody, if you have a .edu email, you could get half off of Spotify.
Really?
Yes, which is really funny because my first day of like intro to music theory or something in college, the teacher was like, I use a lot of Spotify. They should give me a discount because it is so expensive. And I was like, hey, did you know that blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah? And he was like, what? And this one kid's just like, somebody just got an A.
Hell yeah. Nice.
But yeah, so some of my tops, just right off the top of my mind, Let's Go by Trick Daddy.
I'm afraid I don't know it.
Oh, I will save everyone's ears and not sing it. Um,
Okay.
because I sound nothing like Trick Daddy. Um,
Okay.
so to preface, I graduated in 2009 and I
Mhm.
listened to the music that was popular in like 2007, and that is it.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so Trick Daddy, Let's Go,
Uh-huh.
100% will always get me going. Bad Girls by MIA.
That is a good one.
God, it's so good. Lose Yourself by Eminem, a classic.
Obviously. That's got to be like
Um,
the number one like workout pump up song, maybe of
right.
all time. I don't even know if there was one
Honestly.
before that, but like that has been the clear
I'm trying to get in the
leader.
mood to rip the roof off like Two Dogs Caged. That's my favorite line.
Yes.
Um, and the I have been loving. I've been a nasty girl.
Yeah, we talked
Um,
about that. Yes.
yeah, just a bunch like horribly uh sexual
Mm.
mid 2000s rap.
Just extreme like dirty rap with like 2 or 3 R's.
Very.
Yeah.
Always
And
gets me
that gets
going.
you pumped up. That gets you like ready to go.
It gets me V pumped.
All right.
Um,
Are you sorry? Are you like a general vibes? Because I think there's like distinct types of music listeners or music enjoyers. Like,
mhm.
do you listen for the lyrics? Do you like the messaging and the content? Or are you there for like the beat? Or is there like
Not
a
in that
general
genre.
vibe? Or are you there for like the general like vibe of it? Like, do you tune it?
Yeah.
Do you tune it out, or like do you tune in to what you're listening to?
I suppose like the super old stuff that like is like super in my brain, you know, like Lose Yourself, anything by Ti or
Mhm.
Ludacris. Like I'm obsessed with their horrid one-liners.
Ludacris has really good lyrics, though. Like, he's a really good
It's
lyricist.
so rapey, but yeah,
But when it's not, he's very funny, and I like that a
I
lot.
know. Like Eric always calls me out. He's just like, "You are such a feminist," and then you
Right?
listen
I know
to
it's hard.
these horrendous songs, and I'm like, "Okay,
Damn, not
okay,
awesome. Liberated
now's
woman, you
not the
can
best
listen to
time."
whatever you like.
Yeah, yeah.
Now isn't the best time. I'm trying to
Exactly.
be a nasty girl right now, Eric.
Right.
Leave me alone.
I do this thing that drives him absolutely insane, and I think it's hilarious. Because like normally I can't rap along, you know, because like I'm fucking bad at
They're
it.
not good at rapping.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Due to not being good at rapping, I always sing the very last word of each line in the
Like
rap
it's
song.
a Beastie Boys song.
Yeah, kind of. And then I'm just like, I listen to it when I'm cleaning, and so I'll just be like feverishly cleaning the kitchen. I'm like, booty, baby, ass. And he's just like, Eric's just like, either sing the whole
Yeah,
song
or
or
none of
shut
it.
up. Because
You're just yelling swears.
it's like, it's pretty bad.
That's not great.
Yeah.
I am a metalhead. Heavy metal is something that I got into probably honestly very recently, probably in the last like not even 10 years. Somewhere between 5 and 10 years, like 8 years or so. I'd say I
It was
got
like
really
right
into
after
heavy
dad
metal.
died or something because metal is I hate my dad music.
It's definitely not an I hate my dad thing. um, well, I think it was like a slow thing. Honestly, my first exposure really to heavy metal was Trogdor the Burninator on
Oh
homestarrunner.com,
my god.
which fucking ruled. And then I guess no, it would have been in college because
Sam and I
that's
quote Teen Girl Squad all
I
the
love
time.
that. Sort of Mo and I do the same thing because we're millennials.
Yeah.
Um, and then college Guitar Hero came out, and
Mm-hmm.
obviously that was fucking everywhere. And there's a lot of heavy metal featured on that, and that like opened my
True.
eyes to a lot of opened my ears, I should say, to like this genre I had never really considered a whole lot before. And then I think a big turning point for me was in 2000 probably 17 when Lemmy Kilmister of Motorhead passed away. I made a Motorhead channel on my Pandora app. That's how long ago it was. I made it on my Pandora app, and like everything that popped up was like very like classic 80s thrash metal. And I was like, man, this goes hard. Like I'm into I was a personal trainer at the time already. And like I was deep into like martial arts and doing jujitsu and MMA and kickboxing and stuff like that. So it's like this makes me feel the feelings I need to feel right now. And it's just
Is
it's
that when
very
you were
awesome.
competitively fighting?
Yes, I think that
Mm.
would have been I was competitive. Ironically, I never had I've only ever had two fights when I would have walkout music, and it was never. I did the same song both times, and it was never heavy metal. It was some dumb chip tune thing. But I don't regret. I could have done better. If I did have to have fight music ever again, I would go with "Face Fisted" by Death Clock, which is a hilarious song,
Oh.
and is it's very funny. I love Death Clock and all the dumb music they make.
Dude,
Uh,
my walkout song, thanks for asking,
yeah,
would be See the Buddy Sleeping by Miss Rachel.
aha, very intimidating. It's very like off put. I would be like unsettled
They'd be
if
like,
my
"Whoa, I
opponent.
thought this bunny was sleeping, now it's hopping."
Whoa, whoa, dude.
Whoa. I sing that
Um,
song 15 times a day.
Anyways, my favorite song of all time right now is Trader's Gate by Visigoth. And that one, I listen to it in the car. I listen to it when I'm cleaning. I listen to it when I'm working out. And that song gets me fucking hyped every
I do
time.
like Metallica a lot.
God, I love Metallica so much. Someone said they were
Yeah.
dad rock a while ago, and that made me very upset. But like, the more I think about it, the more I think they're
It's
correct.
pretty dad rock.
It's very dad rock now. I think especially because like the evolution, maybe not necessarily the band themselves of Metallica, but the evolution of like how people perceive Metallica and how now I feel like they're much more recognized for like the actual like virtuosic artistry that goes into a lot of their music, because it is like technically extremely good. Like the way one of our clients, Garrett, is a band teacher and a huge metalhead as well, and he told me a while ago that heavy metal and classical music are actually like they share like a lot of the same DNA, like musical
Crazy.
DNA. Yeah, like he was explaining. I can't remember exactly what this stuff behind it was, but he was explaining to me. And it's like he's like blowing my mind. It's like, yeah, it's like all this big like the way they structure the song, like the way the beats go or something like that, and like how they like affect the human brain, I think can be very
Interesting.
similar. Yeah, which is very, very cool. So
Fun fact, I saw Metallica in
yeah,
concert.
that's right, you did.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds very cool.
It wasn't, because it was at US Bank Stadium. The acoustics were horrible,
Oh,
and that is not the band to see at a place that the acoustics are bad.
no, it is not. No, it is not. I
But
was
it
once
was really cool to like go to a Metallica concert.
that does sound pretty rad. I was once invited to go, like literally last minute, to go see Ghost in concert
Oh
at
my
the
god,
Armory,
yeah.
which would have been awesome. But it was my friend Rick. He was gonna go. I think he was either gonna go with Jen and she was sick, or they were gonna go with a friend and he dipped up. But Rick texted me like, "Hey, do you want to go see Ghost in like 45 minutes?"
Oh,
And I took a picture of what I was doing because I was like, I can't. And it was a picture of the Dungeons and Dragons game I had just started running for a bunch of other friends. It's like, I am like locked into this right now, man. I'm sorry. Like 7 other people looking at me to run this event right for you right now. So that was, ooh, poor time. I've heard they put on a real banger of a show though.
what was the last concert you've been to? Oh my god, fun fact for everybody that our
Before
first
these.
concert was probably together, I'd assume. The first at least two, because it was Weird Al Yankovic, because I
Hell
had to
yeah.
come along
Why did you have to come along?
because mom and dad wouldn't let you go alone, and then I couldn't stay home. I wanted to go to the state fair, and they're like, "Well, we're not leaving early. We have to stay late so Rob can see this weird guy." And
Do not besmirch Weird Al Yankovic. That man is a saint. He's a national treasure.
have you seen the movie with Danny Radcliffe?
No, I want to so badly. God, it looks
Doesn't
funny.
sound like you're that into Weird Al.
Dude, it's on like the Tubi channel. It's on some
I
channel
know
that
it is
I
super
think it's like
weird.
a Roku channel. Nobody
Yeah,
has that.
yeah, they sure
What an
don't.
absolute sham. What a
True.
complete waste of like what has to be such an excellent piece of media.
What? So, what was
I
the last concert you went to?
last concert I went to was it would have been with Mo. So God, it would have been like Muse maybe?
Holy moly! Like before Olivia?
Way before. Way before. This is before we were
Whoa!
married, I'm pretty sure.
Whoa! You need to go to a concert, bud.
I don't go to concerts, man. I don't know. I don't like crowds. I don't like lots of people around.
Yeah, same, but
And
hmm.
there's no like I think that's like the thing of maybe like right now with like music and entertainment industry, like there's no one artist that I follow so closely that I'd be like, oh, I need to see them when they're in town, you know? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's like, oh, they're
yeah.
coming. Like, if there was going to be anything like that, it probably would have been Ghost BC for me because I love their music and I love their albums and I love their whole deal.
Hmm.
It's awesome. But I had no idea they were even like at
Yeah.
the Armory that day until I was texted to go see their show in 45 minutes and couldn't because I was playing Dungeons and Dragons. Well, let's
Fair
move on with the
enough.
new question. Let's see. Here's a good one. What are some tips and tricks and proven methods to help working parents with eating at home and making meals that are both healthy and toddler friendly? For example, tools to utilize such as an air fryer, meal prep methods. so on and so forth, stuff like that. And this is one that you wanted to talk a little bit about too, Rachel, because
Mhm.
I think anyone who has kids and has fitness in their brain thinks about this. And I really appreciate that everyone on the Discord thinks I'm an expert in this. I don't think there is an answer to this particular question. I don't think you can
Well,
make
yeah.
food that is healthy and palatable and ready to make and easy that is also toddler friendly.
Mhm.
So what I've been doing is making good food for me and Mo and just slapping whatever slop she finds appetizing in the moment onto some plate for the kid
In her trough.
in her trough. I would if I could. Dude, I've tried everything under the sun. Man, this kid is such a picky eater. I try and
Dude, it's
push her out of her.
insane.
It's wild how picky she is, dude. I don't even try anymore. I'm just like, I give up. I'm
Yeah.
over it, dude.
I
So
know.
I'm not
I
I'm not
almost
making
tried to
stuff for
convince her
meals
to like
anymore.
eat some egg yolks, and I was like, these are farm fresh. Like these aren't the eggs that you get in the store. I
It doesn't matter to
specially picked
her.
them up, and she was just like, "Fuck off, old lady.
Honestly, that's her
You're
vibe.
fat."
She's like, no, I don't want it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's like Stonewall. It's like
Yeah.
there's no room, there's no wiggle room for like, well, maybe if there's no like, well, I can buy you off with this thing. It's just like, no, period. The end.
Right.
Radical. What a
Yeah.
cool and productive conversation we're having at this table right now.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I don't think there's a way to make food that is healthy and like checks all these boxes for parents and is also edible by a child. I think that's so kid by kid. I'm not a
Yes.
nutritionist and I'm not a child psychologist. I'm certainly not a child nutritionist. So I don't have an answer for you there. Like so many like Pinterest and TikTok like toddler treats, and I'm like, I look at it, I'm like, Olivia would hate this. She's like touching that. There's more than one texture and more than one hue of color on this plate. Forget about it, dude. She's not having it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But to answer
I
the
mean,
question, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I've seen a lot of like really good ideas. Linnea is not the pickiest eater.
Right.
She's definitely not super open to everything.
Sure.
So I had my bestie M over last night, and her two girls. Her two girls are incredible eaters. Holy mackerel, those kids will eat anything.
Sounds nice.
It's insane. And they knew we were intentionally making a very healthy dinner, and they were just like, "Yeah, dinner."
All right.
Yeah. So, which holy
Healthy.
moly, shout out to the dinner that we made. First of all, because the power went out. We live like four houses down from each other. The
Yeah.
power went out, and I was just like, "Come on over here, let's make the best of it." And
Sure.
so, because I have a gas stove, so we were still able to cook.
Oh, nice.
Um, and we made this healthy Alfredo. The
Oh,
sauce was incredible. And
what'd
it
you make
was
for the
just like
sauce?
Greek yogurt, Parmesan cheese, milk, chicken broth, and then like spices. And
Oh,
it was so good. And then we made it
yeah,
with like this quinoa and brown rice rotini noodles from Aldi.
yeah.
So also super healthy.
Shout out Aldi. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, then we,
Hey, nice
obviously got
fast.
some like chicken, and then when I went to go pick up the farm eggs, because
Hmm.
now I found this lady that like always has a million farm eggs, and they're huge, and they're orange
Tight.
yolks. They're absolutely incredible. But anyway,
Love it.
so she also has a lot of like other veggies and stuff. I got some beans from there. It's the only thing Linnea ate
The
was
beans.
the freaking beans.
That's funny.
She hates pasta. What kid hates pasta?
Olivia hates most pastas.
Really? Okay.
She'll literally
Um,
only eat dry or buttered spaghetti noodles.
Dry? Like uncooked?
No, no, it's just like not like unsauced on just cooked but nothing on them.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, so that dinner was fantastic. And yeah, I think to reiterate what you said before, it's so kid by kid.
yeah.
And last night Linnea complete like put both arms over her mouth so she didn't have to put anything near her mouth. She was just like, get out of here with that healthy
Yeah,
pasta.
yeah.
And then tonight she tried one bite and was like, maybe. And then every time I asked her, do you want some? She said no. And then if I just put it on a spoon and put it near her mouth, she would eat it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
So kids be kidding. But I will say specifically because Amanda asked this, and I know that she has a young child that
Mhm.
I always shot for high iron and healthy fats as like my number one
Oh,
thing for kids. So
sure.
a lot of spinach and red meat kind of thing.
Solid.
Um, and needless to say, needless is not the word I was looking for.
Hmm.
To say she got an out of this world score with iron when she
Oh,
got
really?
her 1 year checkup. The doctor was just
Nice.
like, "You are truly doing the most." But yeah, my doctor and I are homies forever. So she's also
This is
Linnea's
the
doctor.
this is the most iron I've ever seen a child have.
Yes. She was just like, and I know you're living for these results.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I am,
Literally
doctor. Thank you.
scientific proof that I'm the best mom.
The numbers! They're right here. Look, I have a form from a doctor.
Oh yeah, but
But let's. I
grass
do
fed
want to.
butter, baby.
Yeah.
Grass fed
Okay.
butter, cast iron skillets.
Yeah. Cast iron skillet
That's
would
what I
be a
have to
big
say
one.
about.
Yeah, cast iron skillet would be a big one for me. I use that thing all the time.
And it literally puts iron into your food.
Oh, sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
Craziness.
also just like the best, easiest way to cook things, I think.
I don't like the. Yeah, sure.
I don't cook like eggs and stuff on it, I guess, but whatever.
Yeah, right.
Let's see, like slow cookers, I think are good. I used to be big on the instant pot. I haven't used it in a long time, but I also don't make a lot of like soups or anything like that. I don't make a
Mm.
lot of frozen protein,
Oh,
which it's good at like speed defrosting things. I think
yeah.
I always have fridge meat going on, so I will get like a rotisserie chicken, and then because it's like the cheapest, most protein you can get for the easiest and best tasting, just buy a rotisserie
I know,
chicken
but dude,
cold and pick it
you can
apart.
just put a whole ass chicken in your instant pot.
It's never as good though.
I know, but
Is the
it's
thing.
a fourth of the price.
I would. Where are you buying your rotisserie chickens, dude?
Well, I buy my rotisserie chickens for like $7 or $8 at like Target and stuff, but you can get a whole chicken at Costco that's better
I
for like
guess
$4.
I would much rather pay like $6 or $7 for an already made chicken that I only have to do the very last piece of processing
Fine.
for.
You're
You
not
pay for the
wrong.
convenience. You pay, and
Yeah.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. The question we're answering, Rachel, is how do we make something convenient for working parents?
Yeah, true
And
that.
and when
Dude,
I
meal
when
prepping is the way to go because, man, it
it
is
is,
so nice to not have to be like, okay, now we have to cut this activity short because we got to go home so I can make dinner. And then
yeah,
they're
dude.
pissed off about having to go home to make dinner, and I'm pissed off
Hmm.
because I'm making dinner. And then, yeah, another quick
I
little hack to
yes.
prove that I am not always the best mom. I always keep Easy Mac in the closet or
The
whatever in the
pantry.
pantry.
Yes.
Because if I make an entire box of Easy Mac, I'ma eat that shit.
Yep.
Um, and
It's good.
so just keep the little cups in case she doesn't
Yeah.
like what I make.
Yeah.
Annie's is a great brand, low sodium, high quality. That's the end of
Yeah.
that.
That's the end of that. I will say so. The way I often think about uh, food, especially prepping. I was a line cook in a pretty busy restaurant in Duluth. The year I graduated college, so I was there for like almost exactly a year to the day. I was a line cook the entire time, which is a great experience. It was not a job I would ever want to do ever again for the rest of my life, but
You got
I'm
a lot of
very
funny
glad.
stories.
I got a lot of funny stories, and I learned a whole lot about like food prep and food safety and like how recipes work and what doesn't work and that kind of thing. So it's literally invaluable experience.
Mm.
I learned so much in college that didn't have to do with actually going to classes. Uh, it's just the way experience is the best teacher. But so when I
I
think
have
about
such college
food
FOMO.
prep, I don't know, man. It's fine.
Yeah.
Um, when I think about food prep, especially because I am a working parent, so is Mo, you're always paying for it in some way. You're either paying with money, or you're paying with time, or you're paying with effort. Like there's this triangle of value that you get. So something can be cheap, fast, or good. Choose two. That's all you get.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah,
I
and
say that about dog grooming.
it's true about literally every. If it is a product,
Literally everything.
if
Yeah.
it's a thing, you can have it cheap, fast, or good. Pick two. That's all you get.
Right.
Um,
Panera pick
the
two. No free cookie.
yeah, the rotisserie chicken is cheap and it's fast. I think okay, so maybe it's not cheap because you think it's too expensive.
I don't think it's. I don't
I think it's
know.
worth it.
I
I
think
think
they're
because
kind of
you pay
small
for convenience
birds,
is the
bruh.
thing. They're a little bit small birds, but they got to turn a profit too or whatever. I understand. But like, here's the thing: I take it home, I rip the spine out, and I break the collarbone, whatever, and then just like hand pick out all the hand shred the meat. Have you never processed an animal before, Rachel?
Just really aggressive adjectives.
It's what it's to describe the anatomical workings of a dead animal, which I am preparing to consume. Um,
Okay.
and then you just hand shred it, and then I have like several,
You
like a
don't
pound and
mouth
a half,
shred it.
whatever.
Sounds
No, I
like
don't.
you're.
That would be unhygienic, Rachel. And then I just stick it in the fridge, and it's good to go. And then like I make like tacos for the next like week and a half, and just like in there, or I
Week and a
do
half.
something like that. I don't know.
How long
I
does
feel like
this last you?
a long time. I feel like I'm the only person who eats in my house sometimes. Mo
Oh,
often does
okay.
her own thing and like has her own meals. She prefers like a layer up of convenience, I think, to her meal prepping and stuff like that because she has to like eat in the classroom and stuff like that so often on the go. And then
That makes sense.
Olivia just doesn't eat meat, kind of in
Period.
general, kind of period.
She eats
But Olivia
air.
doesn't eat, period. We can just
Only
stop
egg
it there.
whites.
And boy, I don't know. But yeah, so I almost always have shredded rotisserie chicken and cooked ground beef in my fridge at all times, ready to go because you can put them in anything. I also really, really, really like at Target in the frozen vegetable section. They have these bags of like
Mm-hmm.
pre-seasoned, pre-mixed. Like I just made one tonight that was like Caribbean like rice and beans with a bunch of like peppers and onions and like spices in there, and then there's like an Indian like curry potato
That
vegetables
one is really good.
mix.
I like
That's
their
another one that I
Southwest
love.
one.
The Southwest beans and corn. Those are like $3, I think, per bag, and you
Mhm.
get like two or three servings out of it. But there's talk about value and convenience, man. Holy smokes! And it's so palatable and it's so fast and easy. Your
Yeah, the
kid's
fact
not
that
going
it's
to eat it in 100
pre-sauced
years.
really
And it's
like
pre-sauced, dude. You want to talk about easy, dude? I come home after like my Monday's my longest day in the entire world. Come home, slap one of those in the microwave for like 6 minutes, take it out,
slap
put
it.
slap, pow, pow, and I put
Rip
a
the spine out.
and I rip the spine out of my chicken. I put some of the shredded chicken or some of the shredded beef in a bowl, microwave that for like 55 seconds, take it out, add the stuff. There's an entire meal. And it's so full. It's so nutritious. And it's palatable. It's yummy AF, you
Mm-hmm.
guys.
Mm-hmm.
Do that. I've seen a lot of stuff like hacks online of like if you do use a slow cooker, I use a slow cooker a lot more like the wintertime. It feels like it's a good wintertime thing. Um, Making a bunch of like chili or your soup or whatever, and then like putting it in a Ziploc bag and then like freezing it,
Mm-hmm.
or like putting it in a Ziploc bag, freezing it, and then like breaking the frozen part like down into like quarters or into like chunks, and then putting that into smaller bags. So it's even more like ready to go. And then just taking
Yeah.
it out and you microwave that or whatever for a soup. That's a super cool way to do it, which I personally have not really done.
We make
Um,
a huge pot of marinara sauce and
ooh,
uh, then put it. I have these like specific um, like sauce can or like serving size silicone freezable things. So you can
uh-huh.
like do like half a cup kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then freeze them once they're frozen. We stick them in a Ziploc and then uh,
Yeah,
use those. They're big old cubes of marinara and stuff, and
that's smart as hell.
it is super smart. Marinara is expensive and full of sodium,
Yeah.
and yeah, Eric just gets the huge jars or cans of San Marin's tomatoes from
Yes.
Costco. I can
Like the
tell you that
industrial
those are
size.
the yes, yeah, the ones
Yeah.
that like they serve pizza on at some places.
Yes. Yeah.
That's what Eric uses, and he swears by it. And his
Yeah.
marinara is out of this world.
Marinara, very good, man.
So
Dope. Let's see. Let's get through one more here.
yeah.
Let me see. Maybe I'm just dumb, but I do not understand the TDEE calculations. For one thing, Amanda, don't talk about my friend that way. You're not dumb. TDEE is a complex series of calculations. Unless you have spent years studying it, it can be easy to not understand it. Anyways, I don't understand the TDEE calculations, the total daily energy expenditure calculations. For example, let's say your maintenance calories are 2,000 per day. To lose weight, you lower it to 1,500 consumed. Wouldn't you then be stuck at 1,500 or forever? Because as you lose weight, your TDEE maintenance number is lower, or am I missing something? That is actually a really good and interesting question. I think you are kind of on the right track here.
Okay,
You
so first of
lower,
all, explain what TDEE is.
there's only two E's in it. It's TDEE, total daily energy expenditure or energy estimation or estimated energy. It's like how many
Wow,
calories
sounds
did
like
you eat
there's
in
a
a
lot
day?
more E's.
Listen, bud. I had a fight with a bifolding door today. Don't make me take this out on you too. Um, Basically, it's how many calories you're recommended to eat in a day, depending on what your biometrics are: height, weight, gender, activity level, that sort of thing. And your goals are maintenance, losing weight, gaining weight,
Maintenance.
whatever, maintenance. So yes, you bring up if you want to lose weight, generally they'll say eat under 500 calories, your maintenance. 2,000 is just the kind of given number. You eat 1,500 for however long, you lose your weight. And then what? Well, a couple of options here. One, your maintenance will probably have changed. If I go from 200 pounds to 150 pounds, my daily maintenance is going to be different. I can then probably raise. It's not going to be hugely different though. Your maintenance, I think, doesn't become 1,500. Also, you're not going to stay in that deficit forever, like we talked about the whoosh week and giving your body time to adapt. That's a thing when you're intentionally eating at a caloric deficit as well. You should give your body time every now and then to like be in maintenance again, so that it has time to make these changes, whatever. Also, if you don't take like a couple days, a weekend, a week, whatever, sometimes to go eat it, just say instead of eating at 1,500 calories, to give yourself permission, quote unquote, whatever, to eat at 2,000 calories, you're gonna hate your life so much that
Yeah.
you're gonna bounce back so hard, you're gonna yo-yo, and that's just not sustainable. So it's much better and more sustainable, I think, to do 3, 4, 5 weeks at that deficit. Give yourself a week at maintenance, not at above maintenance, because then we're undoing progress. Eat at that 2,000 calorie mark. Again, 2,000 calories, just a random ass pull number here. I'm not saying that is the total recommended for everybody across the board, by no means.
So I
Eat at
just
your maintenance.
Googled TDEE calculator and
Oh,
found
okay.
mine out. Is that how you would suggest to find yours?
What did you use? What website?
Oh, I have no idea. The first one that popped up that wasn't sponsored.
That's probably good then.
All right.
Honestly,
It actually
there's
did line up correctly with what my dietitian gave me.
I was gonna say yes. So the thing about the TDEE calculators online is that there's obviously going to be a bajillion of them.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them are pretty good as far as like lining up across the board, like what you're gonna say. If I did one through like my services or through a dietitian or through a doctor's office or through my fitness pal or through like exrx.net, I think is a website I've used a lot. Go to exrx.net if you're a fitness nerd and you want to check some stuff out. There's so much cool information on there. Very usable tools, very like web 1.0 though. So yeah, those numbers are generally going to be pretty accurate across the board. So go ahead and use that. Don't like set your watch and warrant by it necessarily. Like this isn't going to
Yeah,
be like
right.
your make or break number
Yeah,
by any
like
means, but
my
it's always
D
within a range.
my online one did not include the fact that I was nursing because I couldn't include that information. So like to get it
Sure.
from an expert, that's how you could get an actual.
Yes, and that's kind of going to be one of the big ways you know if like this is going to be a good number for you. I think TDE is something that is probably if you're especially if you're looking to lose weight, this is such an important number to like even just have in your head to know.
Right.
Um, like the more when you're setting that up when you're doing a calculator for whatever from whatever service you're using, like the more questions it asks you about like your lifestyle, not just like what's your height and weight and gender. The more it asks about like your lifestyle, like what's going on with you on a day to day and a week to week, that's going to be a more and more accurate picture because it's getting more
What's
data
going
about you.
on?
What's going on in your life right now? Your chairs on your table. What's going on in your life right now?
I'm
2,000
vacuuming.
calories. Vacuuming. 2,000 calories. I'm sorry. Did we even answer that question?
Yes.
Yes, we did. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Amanda, if you feel like I didn't answer your question, take it with Rachel. Rachel, any parting notes or thoughts for our captive audience here tonight?
Uh, I think randomly, listeners, if you have some super sick, healthy recipe that you've made that you were like wanted to shout from the rooftops about it, shout at our rooftops.
Come to our Discord. There's a food and lifestyle channel in our Discord. We have gotten
Yeah,
some bangers in there.
yeah, I'm gonna drop the Alfredo recipe in there.
Dude, you seriously should. Mo doesn't eat red sauce, so whenever I make pasta or pizza, it has to be Alfredo for her, and it drives me nuts because I fucking hate Alfredo. I think it's so
Oh,
gross.
you're
I,
just like mom.
I think it's nasty. I think it's nasty
Oh, I
stuff.
burnt the crap out of my sweet potato fries a couple days ago, and I was just like, I'm still gonna eat these, and I was eating them, and they were darn near black, and I thought, you know what? These are
Mom would
really
love these.
good. And then I was just like,
All right.
yeah.
It's
Am I
happening.
only going to like clear broth soups?
We all become our parents. Thank you, everyone. This has been another episode of the RF Fitness Podcast. If you want to start your health and fitness journey, you can go to rffitness.net. That's RFFITNESS period NET to begin your quest. Again, if you want to join our Discord for free, scroll all the way down to the bottom of the bright green page, hit that link, and welcome to the crew. Everybody, thank you and good night.